Hey guys, sorry for the delay, but without further ado, this is going to be a review of episode 8 of Kill La Kill. Of. Anyways, um, kind of, first time I saw this episode, liked it. Might have been kind of on the lower end of the spectrum for Kill La Kill episodes so far, only because it really seemed like a setup episode, like a hard setup episode. But other than that, it was a good episode. A little confusing, a little random. I don't know if it was. I honestly don't even know what's going on. Like, I know what's going on, but at the end of the last episode, it ended with Lady Sasuke saying, "Next time, we'll be holding the reprisal general election." It's like, okay, cool. Start of this episode, Lady Sasuke comes up saying, "We're gonna have the first Honoji Academy Naturals election." So, is the reprisal general election just another way of describing the Naturals election? I don't know. Anyways, we're having the first ever Honoji Academy Naturals election. As soon as it starts, she just ascends into this bubble. It's the high velocity life fiber jammer. So just crazy crap's just happening right off the top. And the whole point of this Naturals election, not reprisal general election, I don't know. Was that just something off with my subtitles? I have no idea. But the thing is, this event is kind of pointless. It makes it seem like it's an important thing, but it's not. It doesn't really have a purpose. So basically, it's kind of like how things were before, but not. Like how the last episode stressed everybody was out for Ryoko's head, and if they could kill her or get her, destroy her convoy, I'm not remembering the exact thing that they want to do to her, defeat her. They could become 3 stars. So 2 stars were joining up so that they could defeat her and become 3 stars. The Naturals election is just the whole school goes crazy. It's student versus student. It's a big battle royale, just chaos. And who's ever, well, it's not really specified, I don't even think, at the beginning. It's like you will fight to be on top. But then eh, all the characters of importance just leave the situation completely. They're like, we'll be back in 7 days. I'm just gonna skip to the end of the episode. At the end of the episode, it's just like, oh yeah, this big event that we introduced in the beginning of the episode has been going on this whole time. But that doesn't matter. Here's a big pillar. Whoever gets to the top of it right now is a new 3 star. And Ryoko's just like, oh, I haven't even been here these last 7 days. Runs up and is at the top. Moving on. So, I don't know. This Naturals election was done to be funny. It was funny when all the 3 stars were walking through and they were batting them all away. And it was also funny because it had students teaming up against the 3 stars as opposed to just Ryoko, which kind of in between those two events that I just said, we got some flashbacks and we also got Gamaguri, who is a 3 star disciplinary chair club member um, guy. He's learning how to drive. Oh no, he is not learning how to drive. I thought that's what it was going to be from the preview, but he knows how to drive. He just got his license and he wants to drive Lady Satsuki. But he's just driving around. Ryoko and Mako go back to the place where she first got her convoy. But that also is kind of a strange scene. I don't really feel like there was much going on between Ryoko and Mako talking, other than a couple callbacks to the episode before. Her saying that she's not going to fight and that she's happy the way everything is now. But they go back to her house and they go down to the basement and there's nothing there. And she's like, oh, I thought there was going to be something here. All right, let's go. It's like, what? Like, it's weird. I almost felt like, in a way, this episode made a point of doing things that didn't have a purpose in any way. Like, between the Naturals election, kind of, and then her going back there was just stuff that happened that it felt like forced in a way. But like maybe it like was so forced that it was supposed to be like, I don't know, like self-aware, but it was kind of strange. So anyways, um that just leads to their scooter breaking down because the meter was stuck on full. They never realized that it wasn't running out of gas, and it just runs out of gas. So Gamaguri comes, and it's kind of cool. I thought that from episode 4, when Mako stands up to him and says that Ryoko should be wearing her pajamas because she just woke up. Everybody who sleeps should sleep in pajamas. Blah blah blah. That he was like, what's your name? And she's like, my name's Mako. And then I thought that was him kind of like acknowledging her, but that didn't come up. It was just that they're students, and after hours, it's his duty to make sure that students are safe and that they get home all right. So, is one thing during class, but after class, you're safe and you're looked after by the 3 stars. Apparently, I don't know. Um, the Automobile Club and the Airsoft Gun, two-star clubs, teamed up to try to take down Gamma Guri, just because like that's a thing now, but like that's gonna do anything. So we got Gamaguri, and we didn't get to see his 2-star uniform transformation. They were milking it for the next episode. That would have been one of the things that kind of made this episode like just that little bit better for me, but it wasn't there. But that's okay, because they're gonna have it next episode. It's gonna be amazing. So Gamaguri's cool because his 2-star uniform has 2 levels of power. So he transforms into Shackle Regalia, and it's like a it was kind of really funny actually. He's like a bondage kind of masochist guy. I thought that his whole deal was that he liked dishing it out, and that's why he's the disciplinary guy. But apparently, it ties into him somehow. And when he was getting beat up in his shackle mode, he remembered. He was like, "Oh yes, punish me. I'm a bad boy," and all that stuff. He was like, "This reminds me of that time. It's just like that time." So I'm like, "Uh-oh, we're gonna get some freaky Gamaguri flashback where freaky things happened." But that wasn't what happened at all. It was when Lady Satsuki met him. It was really weird. A classmate was being threatened by some other classmates of Gamagori, and they're like, "You jump, or yeah, you jump for your father." Like, it's an honor thing. Um, it was just bullshit and cruel. He jumps, he bounces up, and it's like, oh, Lady Satsuki set up a trampoline there. So that was kind of funny. And then Lady Satsuki goes on this tirade of like, these goons were like, oh, you can't stop us. Our parents are so rich. And she's like, your parents are fired. That was pretty cool. And she's just like, you people just leech power, but I just take the power and make it my own. So I guess she uses her power for herself and for her own goals. But it was kind of weird because obviously she has a really crappy system in play with her whole Hanoji Academy and how that all works. And it's kind of, it's really unfair. It's really like a huge rift between the rich and the poor, but at the same time, kind of an interesting worldview and somewhat true for how our society works, at least. But we've always kind of seen her as this freaky sort of tyrant character, and that's what she's always made out to be. But this was the first time that she had her flashback, and you actually are like, wow, she did something nice. Like, sure, it was for power, but I mean, she still set up the trampoline for that dude who was going to fall. Usually it's like she's just having people killed left, right, and center, and there's just it's just whatever. But it was actually like, wow, all right, she has feelings, kind of. Maybe she has a reason for the thing she does. Obviously, she has a reason, but it might be more interesting than we originally thought. So after that whole flashback and all that was done, um, Gamaguri takes enough damage with his shackle regalia that he can reach climax and burst forth his true strength, which is he like transforms with this attack into Scourge regalia, which is like a more not like monolith standing there guy and more like all his whips and stuff. So like we didn't really get to see either of them in action too well, but we'll get that next episode. So, yeah, like I said, after that whole flashback deal, oh, we get one more flashback. We get to see Ryoko and her father when she first met him and was given the Basama blade and saw somebody with another Basama blade run away. So we got all that in the first episode, just in quick, like, panels, but this is the first time we got to see it all animated. And the first time we actually got to see Ryoko's dad animated, so that was kind of cool. But, yeah, after they get back to Hanoshi Academy after the 7 days, like I said, it just was like, none of that mattered. Whoever gets to the top of this pillar is the new 3-star. Ryoko's just like, screw all of you people that mean absolutely nothing and all look the exact same, hilariously so. I am on the top of the pillar, and then all the 3-stars are like, well, now our new rule is that we all have to fight Ryoko in a battle royale, King of the Hill match. So, honestly, this episode, combined with how I said what they were saying at the end of the last episode, was confusing. It's just like, Sure, it's Kill la Kill, but they're really just like whatever now. We just need people to fight, and we're gonna do whatever we feel like to make these situations happen, which is fine because Kill la Kill is just about having fun and being awesome and great and funny and lots of action, which it all had. But yeah, just story wise, really random. But this was a setup to a big fight with Gamaguri and Ryoko next episode, so that's gonna be awesome. Who knows what else is gonna happen? Because that's like it wasn't even like I remember in like 2 episodes ago we got our fight with Sanagiyama. We didn't even get the first fight till like halfway through the episode, and then we even got another fight afterwards really quick. So if they've already like pretty much transformed going into the beginning of this episode and they're ready to fight, there's a lot of room for action or more than just her fighting Gamaguri, which could also be interesting. And we also got the "Don't lose your way" when Ryoko transformed, which was awesome. I haven't heard that in a long time, so it was kind of cool that they're bringing that back. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about episode 8 of Kill la Kill. That's the episode in a nutshell. Um, Trying to think of what other videos I can do. Kind of really been liking South Park lately. I know it's not animated. Of course it's animated. It's not anime related, but it's really awesome and hilarious. And I've never seen another anime reviewer person do like South Park videos. And there was actually really awesome like anime reference in the last episode, so we might do that. I don't know. Anybody else have any suggestions for videos, ideas, anything? There's a new manga series that just was released, mini series by acclaimed mangaka Kentaro Miura, who's probably like my favorite mangaka ever. He wrote Berserk and illustrated Berserk, and it's amazing. It's the greatest manga ever, and if you haven't read it, go read it. But he just is in the process of releasing a new miniseries in Young Animal called Gigantomachia, and it's had the first issue, and there's going to be 6. Hasn't been translated yet. But once that's done, I'm probably going to do a review of that and follow that through because it's looking really cool and interesting. So that will be upcoming, but otherwise I will think of something. It's just end of semester, like tons of papers and projects due, which really sucks. So I don't have a lot of time for doing this kind of stuff, but I will not give up on you guys. I will be back, and I will see you later.